Hey, we're live with another episode of Terra Invicta.
Woo!
And this is episode 21, which means we are drinking now.
We're getting turned.
Who knows how this will go?
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be a very relevant thing,
Yep.
the accurate thing for this episode. Yes,
yep. I'm counting on it, so it'll be great. It'll be great.
Yeah, this is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just start right there, right? Because the only other thing was like you guys were preparing to go out into the jungle to track down the ruins of Unkeshi. But it sounded like Takewee came back from a conversation she had with Deacon Ross, had a particular name, and was like, "Hey guys,
okay,
never heard of?"
Real quick.
Yeah.
We know that if we go there, it's possible we lose our memory, right? That's a known thing.
That is a known thing. Yep. So, Takewee, how did you frame that conversation?
Well, I mean, so we did it out. Really. It was just I would just all I said was that there's no reason I would keep this information from them, but I don't know that I would necessarily just like go straight from like this might be something that Takewee would say like while we're on our way to Unkeshi as we're just like chatting.
Yeah, totally up to you.
I don't know. Like it's however you guys want to frame the scene. I could see making an argument for Takewee saying it on the way there, or when she gets back and we're like, making a plan for Unkeshi, like and just having a group meeting.
Yeah, I mean,
how would you guys like to frame that? Because I could make an argument.
I guess, yeah, really, Seth, it's probably up to Seth here because it's whether or not he wants his character to have this happen when they're still in the city.
I will say this: it will be simpler if this happens in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Then let's do it in the city then.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Takewee would just probably get back from the meeting. They're gonna, they're probably gonna have like a quick meeting about Unkeshi, make sure that we've got all the supplies, everything. And then she'll probably mention it just like as a passing thing. Just,
How would she say it?
So we just make the plans for Unkeshi, making sure that we've got everything right. Like we take inventory of the potions like we did at the end of last session. And then I'm trying to remember what the name actually is.
Alison Boskell.
Yeah, Alison Boskell.
And
Caleb Boskell. So,
I'll put it in chat again. So Alison Boskell.
Caleb, if you want to keep the air of mystery for a little bit, if you want to message me privately who this is to keep this interesting.
To let you know. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good idea. I will let you know. That makes sense because Deli's not going to necessarily come right out and say, "No, that's my blink." Yeah. Cool. So,
that's my horse.
And so, Alyssa, I guess how would Takewee frame who this person is, right? Like, hey, I heard this name. He's supposedly blank.
Yeah, I'll say that. So we're sitting around the table, right? Probably, I don't know if Lavinia is there or not, but we're sitting at the table, us as a party, and Takewee.
Yeah, I think probably let's say Lavinia is off doing some noble thing, so she's just let you guys use your mana as like the staging point for your expedition.
Yeah. So we're talking around the table and Takewee would just say, by the way, I talked with Deacon earlier. I wanted to go check in at the manor and see, how he was faring with everything. And I also wanted to see if he found anything interesting while at the manor. And well, he did find something. He found a name that oh my gosh, the guy from Shadow. Why can't I think of his name? The guy we killed.
Oh, Dractus.
Dractus. That Dractus was in contact with. So apparently Dractus was just a low-life henchman for this guy. But he was talking with him, and apparently this guy is the new member of the Crimson. He's like the leader of the Crimson Fleet, who we encountered down at Pirates Cove. So now that we know his name, we can maybe see if we can get more information about him. And
I would probably just be like, wait, is it Alison Boskell?
Yeah, that is the name. How did you know?
Really random, but I think I'm supposed to help track him down and kill him.
Wow. Well, wonderful.
Yeah. So if
Hey,
he's
Queen.
really a bad guy, that's really helpful.
You said Deacon Ross told you about him?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, now Caleb, I need you to bring me back to the actual like map of Calabar
Okay.
for reasons that are relevant.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep.
Okay, remind me, where are we right now, approximately? And where is Deacon Ross?
Deacon Ross
Shadow Shore
is
now.
here.
Perfect. Okay.
Jeez.
God, are you gonna go kill Deacon?
No.
Yeah.
Daily's just gonna say,
Hmm. I need to go.
Oh, I
I
want to
know,
roll an insight check.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, go ahead. Deli, are you attempting to keep this hidden? Like what your motivations are here, or
Probably should. Roll
I don't know if
perception.
to be fair, I don't think she knows what her motivations are right now, but she definitely doesn't want to be followed.
okay, make a deception check then, Deli. Not necessarily that you're doing it intentionally, but just kind of like what you're.
That the two are
Demeanor
related,
is-
that I need to leave because
yeah,
of the name.
yeah.
I figure.
Okay, all
No,
right.
Yeah, so
no,
as long as you don't
that's perfectly fine.
Oh wow!
fail.
Okay, well, I think she's just. I mean, she's still gonna say like, "Well, why? That we're getting ready to head out for Unkeshi." Like she just like doesn't understand.
Yeah,
but, like,
I love that sort of thing happens
Ow.
sometimes.
Yep.
Oh, I love
okay,
it.
that's funny.
I
Think
Only
we're
way I
perfectly fine with
could have
this?
failed that,
Yeah,
but that's okay.
literally.
That is hilarious.
How's
That's,
Audrey responding to all this?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I'm wondering if I even roll insight.
You don't need to if you don't want to.
I mean, okay. Here's the deal. Audra's not that insightful in general.
Mhm.
But I just love the idea of all three of the girls just like Deli's like, I have to go, and then the two girls are chasing after her, and I'm like, girls really do just always go to the bathroom together. But
Oh boy. Yeah.
So I'm probably just like, Deli, where are you going?
I have to. I don't know what that was. I have to go. I'll be back.
But we're like,
And she's gonna
literally
keep.
getting
She's
ready
not.
to-
She's not stopped walking
We're-
at this
Okay,
point.
I'm following you.
I was like, Deli, we're getting ready. She's like, yeah, she's not like following you, but she's like, Deli, we're getting ready to leave. Where are you going?
Okay. Do you follow me all the way out to the gate?
Yeah, I keep going.
I think
Why?
Takeway like follows like behind, but not like, like on your,
On your tail,
not on your
necessarily.
tail.
I think Audra just goes, "What is happening?"
Right. Because she's more
Okay.
curious like why Anna is like following her. That she's
And-
like
and
something that's, I don't know.
Probably what happens is Deli gets to the gate and she turns around knowing you're following her and just turns back to you.
Anna, back off.
What are you doing, Deli?
It doesn't matter.
But like you saying it doesn't matter, I've come to learn typically is a lie. And so like it probably really
Okay,
does
fine.
matter.
It doesn't matter to you right now.
But I decide that and it does matter to me right now.
This is where
Takeway's just like gonna stand like outside the door, like watching you guys like interacting at the
I
gate.
don't know what you're trying to do, but it doesn't, it seems like a very rash decision. So I'm kind of concerned about you, Deli.
Oh, and this is where okay, and I'm gonna roll perception to see if I notice Takeway standing by the door.
I mean, it's
This is-
obvious. It's
I know, but does Deli notice? It's
I
obvious
think
you're
you
there.
do. I think you do. Like the amount of space. Look at the map here. The amount of space between
not
them.
that-
It would
yeah,
be almost
it's so
impossible.
Oh,
to
okay.
not
I thought it
notice.
was longer. Okay.
I don't know, maybe
I'll
she's
put-
hiding behind a dead bullywug.
The
Actually,
bullywug's a
how
relevant
about this though? Question though, how far from the front gate to the water?
I would say a couple of city blocks. I think. I believe so.
Dang it.
We can check real quick. I brought us to this map just in case something happens.
Yeah. No, that's fair. It's fair.
I'll check there real quick. The city map,
because that was part of the reason I was wondering.
From the gate, it actually is not that far.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. So it is.
I
I
feel
think
like-
I actually have the.
Look,
measurements
I'm pretty
here.
determined because I don't really want Deli to go do something and get herself killed.
Oh, I know. That's fair. The thing is, though, other things are going on right now.
Yeah. So you're about
Deli's
100.
gonna-
You're about 100 feet from the water. From
And
that
Deli is going to cast Old Person on
Anna.
Cool.
It's a.
Okay.
She's going
What's
to say
the save?
Stay here.
it's a wisdom save of 15. Dang it! And do I know it failed?
I mean,
she
it,
doesn't freeze. I
Oh.
do.
I just be like, Deli, what are you trying
I
to do
throw
to
like a
me?
nail at her, say, "Stay here," and she's like, and she realizes like the
Oh no.
I'm just like, I'm not trying
No,
to hurt
stay
you. I don't understand what you're doing. I think you're trying to hurt yourself and it's not good.
we all cared
Dang-
about you, Deli. What are you
I was
doing?
hoping that Hold Person would work.
Look, here's the issue. You're running away from a monk, which is
I
very hard to do.
I know. That's
That's why
why
he was
I
hoping
tried to
that Hold
cast
Person would
Hold
work.
Person.
A monk with a ring of water walking.
There's a reason I was trying to cast Hold Person.
You can't escape me.
So yeah, I specifically
Okay, so do I know that Deli just cast this on
Yeah.
her, right?
I would out loud be like, Deli, what are you trying to do to me?
Okay, man, I wish I had something to help in this case.
I'm trying to think of what Deli would honestly do right now. And honestly, the only thing I can think of is it's running. But I can't outrun the monk. Because the thing is, here's my thought, and I will admit I am metagaming this a little bit. I can turn to a war horse, which I can run at 120 feet, but I'm pretty sure that's still slower than you am.
I will make no comment to help your metagaming.
As dumb as it is, I think that's what Deli would do. I think she would turn. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, wait. Actually, wait.
Keep in mind that even if you turn into a flying creature, Audrin,
I can't turn into a flying creature.
Yeah, Audrin can also fly after you. So, and he's a rogue.
I was wondering.
so he could.
I was wondering which
move
creature
very
I have
fast.
that. I was wondering which creature I have that has the fastest swimming speed. This hasn't been as relevant till just now.
Let's check the
And
dol-
it's not
I
listed
assume
on the
probably
little character
dolphin
sheet
would
we
be
have.
the fastest. Which has
Yeah,
a
I also
speed.
can turn to a reef shark.
Okay. With my insight check, do you think I would have been able to understand that Deli decided to leave as soon as she heard Deacon Ross's name with
Yeah,
Alice
that's the insight.
Impossible?
You know
Okay.
the implications here at least.
Okay. So, I mean, it's kind of like probably at this point, if Deli turns into a creature, I'm going to let Deli think she gets away and then just run to Deacon Ross.
Right.
And she makes like evading maneuvers to take longer. And then I just go straight there.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, at that point, if Deli is turning into a dolphin and swimming across the channel, and you're just running, I
have
think
a ring of water walking.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. There's a reason I was trying to cast Hold
That'll
Person.
do it. That'll do it.
like if she makes any real moves,
Yep.
I mean, even if she can go a little
How
faster
many
than
hit
me, I'm
points
going to
does
be
Deli
right
have?
behind.
48.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 1730 feet to the other manor. I mean, Anna is just Anna's gonna make that.
Okay, one last thing I'm gonna try then. I'm gonna try Charm Person this time.
Okay.
Just because
I'm glad you're
Deli
wasting
knows
your
she
guys'
can't-
spells right before you go on an expedition. This is awesome.
hey, we can
Love
wait
to
a
see
day. This is gonna sidetrack things. There's no wild magic, and she's just gonna say,
Just stay here, okay?
Well, you sound so sad.
Wisdom save.
Okay,
Because this is an hour.
13. Okay.
that she just charmed. That might not necessarily.
But I don't
do
think that's
anything.
going to prevent her from like. She's
It-
just not going to fight with you, right? Like, that
It-
And
doesn't
she also
necessarily-
can't keep me back, essentially.
right,
if
but
what-
Which I
she could still
wasn't
go
going
Deacon.
to anyway.
Ellie doesn't know that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I wasn't probably
the-
going to do
the
anything
issue,
against
Deli,
you.
is that charm person just makes them friendly to you, which Anna already was
I'm
friendly
doing
to
this
you.
for your own good,
Yeah, so
Deli.
like obviously she's not going to hurt you or keep you back or whatever, but as long as she doesn't do those two things, Anna probably can still do whatever she was going to do.
I know, but the way I see it, the way Deli sees it, she needs to run.
Mhm.
And the only way she can really do that is and make sure that at least Anna doesn't catch her and hold her back is
Sure.
by at least charming
Okay.
her now.
So I would just be like, okay, Deli, I'll.
And then Deli's
just
going to go. Deli's going to go into horse form, run to the water's edge, and as soon as she gets to the water's edge, I'm assuming actually does the.
do those wild shape things.
Oh yeah, no, I was going to.
Oh yeah,
Because
that would be funny.
Okay, this is funny.
That'd be
Actually,
hilarious.
quick question. It's a ring of swimming. Never mind. So so Deli will like run and horse form, and as soon as she gets to the water, she jumps in and then turns into dolphin.
Except you don't.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping this would happen.
I was like,
Amazing.
something has got to happen right here. The dice know that something has to happen right here.
All right, let me.
What do
let
I
me
turn
look.
into, Caleb?
Yeah, let me double check what we. Oh yeah, here we go. Druid wild shape beast list. I have a list for this.
Here's the thing, though. I would. I don't know.
I see. Okay. Wait, do I?
Because I'm assuming it would be something with the swim speed. And I'm about to jump in the water.
So I'm just gonna say, like, while Caleb's figuring this out, like after you like cast charm person on me, I probably would have turned back to Takeway to be like, I'm really worried about Deli, so I'm just gonna go to Deacon Rost because I feel like she's gonna be acting very rashly, and
Yeah, I
I'm
think
worried
Takeway's
about
just like, what is
the
going
consequences.
on?
So I'll be back.
No, I want to go
Um,
with you.
Okay, but I'm gonna run.
Okay, I'll have Audrin fly me.
Adrian!
Audrin!
Taxi!
Audrin proceeds to.
Okay,
And
so I
then
just randomly.
Takeway, does the like wedding pose, in your arms while you carry her as you fly towards Deacon Ross.
So
And
what
Takewi's
happens?
just like, what are you doing?
What happens, Deli, is you jump like majestically as a horse, right? Like like jump into the water, and where you would turn into a dolphin and swim away, instead you turn into a dormouse and then just boop, and sink.
Can't mouse swim?
I mean, you can, but like I assume you're not expecting it, and we just see like
Okay, so probably then what happens is like Anna and them are about to leave, and all of a sudden you see Telly pulling herself out of the water because she unwild shape because she's a mouse.
Yeah.
She find her pulling herself out of the water, just soaking wet, just very annoyed looking.
Mm-hmm. Do you only have the 2 wild shapes?
Yes.
It's like she couldn't help herself and just wait to turn into the dolphin. She had to get that extra little
Well,
speed with
because
the horse.
I can only outrun you as a horse.
Yeah, but you just charmed me.
Yeah, true.
That's
But
true.
also Audrin is fast too.
That's true. That's true.
Also, Deli's being really dramatic.
She is.
Yes,
It's
Kelly
hilarious.
is being, and to be fair, Caleb, I just remembered my other form of madness.
Yes.
Actually, I need to find the full thing real quick. I need to know what the wording is. Do you remember what it was? Wait, I think I'm almost there. I'm scrolling.
I do not, honestly.
Where is it? I thought you sent it to me on Facebook, but I'm not
I
seeing
assume
it.
so.
I'm like scrolling back and I'm not seeing it.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. Let me just look at the madness table again, and it should be.
It was something along the lines of thinking people are out to get me or something like that.
No, so again, that one went away. That was the.
I thought no.
No, you're right. That's what it was. Yeah. It was the paranoia one,
and that's going to be very
that's
very relevant right now.
Increased your paranoia when you guys went to that other place. Okay, so madness effects. If this will load, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I thought you'd sent it in there as well, but I can't see it now.
There we go. Okay. I am convinced that powerful enemies are hunting me, and their agents are everywhere I go. I am sure they're watching me all the time.
Could you just copy and send me that so I can paste it in my character sheet for now?
Yep. And that's not even much of a spoiler for everybody. I feel like we've
it happened literally in front of everybody. So
I am a very powerful enemy. Thank you. I'm flattered.
So, Deli drags herself out of the water. You guys all probably are still nearby enough to notice this.
I mean, like, are you like gonna run away from us, or are you just like gonna stand there for a second?
Gonna stand there for a second and look at you guys. Do you guys approach me?
I would try to like run towards you.
With her weapon drawn.
You don't get it.
Deli, I would if you just told me what's going on.
I don't know. I don't want you to.
I want to
Because
help
if they're
you,
after
Deli.
me, they'll be after you.
Deli, nobody is coming after you.
Yes, they are. You saw it with
What was the girl's name again? The girl we attacked.
The girl we.
The girl who was who's in prison now.
Oh, Diamondback.
Yes. First it was Diamondback, and now it's him. They're coming for me. And I need to find out why.
Are you talking about Allison Bosco?
I need to go.
Who is he, Deli? Tell us. We're gonna hunt this guy down.
No. We're not. Because he needs to be alive so I can find out what I am.
Okay, then we'll do that.
And at this point, Deli's just going to walk down going...
Squish, squish, squish.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like Takei was kind of like keeping your distance so that way like you didn't just like run like she's not gonna she's not trying to threaten you or anything. So you like approach her.
No. I'm walking towards where Deacon Ross goes.
Oh, you're going towards him.
Yes.
Okay.
I have to walk now.
Takei's just like, Deli, where are you going?
To Deacon Ross.
Why?
Because he's the one who knows about him.
No, he read a letter about him. He didn't know anything. He just said to keep your eyes out for this name.
Well, what about Anna? Anna knows about him too. How did you find out about him?
Yeah, and we didn't even get to that part of the conversation, so she's just like, I don't know.
He killed my friend's family?
Whose?
Nestor?
Yeah, and you remember that name from the gladiatorial stuff that you guys did.
Oh, he's one of the gladiator people?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
Gladiator's way across the ways, though.
That's not where he lives,
But
though.
he's also not
Right.
even there anymore. So
Yeah, you don't even know where he lives. Okay. I wonder
need to
who
find-
you need help from.
We need to find Nestor then.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, of the people you know
Okay.
who know the name, Nestor is the one who knows the most about him.
Yeah, I'm just
And-
kind of like, okay. Like,
I am not losing my memory now that I have a chance to find out what I am.
okay, but look, honestly, we can't have you just like showing up to him all of soggy. Is kind of like a little embarrassing. Are you okay if I bring him here? And you can like have a chance to dry off?
And Deli just kind of looks there and sits there, just feeling like,
Fine.
Okay.
And whisks away.
Yeah.
and Deli goes back into the manor, going, and finds her way to the fishes.
Yeah, so I don't think we
Adrian
necessarily...
watched that whole thing happen, and he's still just he just goes up to Takewheat. What just happened?
Yeah. And I think we just hard cut from that, right? I don't know if we need to play out anything except for Nestor showing up to have a conversation with Deli. Where are you, Deli? You still by the fishes?
I'm still by the fish. I am sitting there just.
And you've sun dried mostly by now, but
I'm
brooding.
yeah, of course. You and
We're just
Grebo.
gonna like sit on the bench like near her, but like not like next to her.
Yeah, and Anna and Nestor walk in, and Nestor walks over and sits down next to you. He has like his normal like ranger outfit on, right? So he has like nature.
Is he sober?
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine right now.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Proud of him.
Nature colors
He went
on.
to church.
Right. Nature colors on and earth tones and whatnot. Just like loose fitting clothing, and he kind of sits cross-legged next to you.
Oh no! He as soon as Deli like sees him walk in, she stands up and just starts glaring at him.
Sure, but I think he does the same thing, right? He sits cross-legged right next to the spot where you're standing, and he looks into the pool, and he says, "What did you name them?"
What did I name it?
I don't even
You don't
remember.
even
It's fine.
remember?
It's fine.
That's not important right now.
And if Deli's saying something's not important when it comes to the animals, you
Yeah.
know, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
What do you know about Alisan Bosco?
Sit down, Deli.
No,
You're going to want to sit down for this.
She huffs and like plops down.
now.
Alisan Bosco is... He was a sea prince. And you know who those are. Now it seems from what Anna has, or from what Takewhe's filled me in on, because Takewhe, you actually did know a little bit more than what you shared with Deli. It was basically that he was a sea prince and then he took over the Crimson Fleet. But we'll just say that when he walked in, you had a brief conversation with him off to the side, and then he
On the
walked over to
side, I'm
Deli.
like, Deli's going crazy. This
Yeah,
is what I
yeah,
know.
And so he says, apparently, according to Takewhe, he's now, and according to Deacon Ross, he's now in charge of the Crimson Fleet, the largest pirate armada in West Africa, and probably for a bit beyond that as well. Alisan, as a sea prince, ordered the death of my family and my city, everyone I knew and loved. And I can tell you more if you want, but I have to admit, I am curious why you responded so violently to the name. Who is Alisan to you? And he says this like...
Notes. Give me a second. I'm right. So he ordered the death of his family and his village
and his city. Yeah, that's what he said. And so you can tell. He's looking at you, right? And he knows you're a Dragonborn. He knows Alisand's a Dragonborn, and so he's looking at you like very curious. He's like, I know there's some connection here, but I don't know what it is. And he asked you that question.
And Delia will just kind of sit there and stew for a minute. And then she says,
You know how I am with my magic.
actually, does he know that? About my wild magic?
No, probably not. I don't think you guys talk enough.
My
Yeah, I
magic
would-
is off. And I think he's part of the reason why.
He nods. I'm not entirely sure why that would be myself, though I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
How long has he been asleep? How long?
Trying to think of how to word this.
Was he always a sea prince, or did he do something before then?
As far as I know, he was. The Sea Princes are an interesting case because most of them doubled as lords of the cities they conquered. So I'm, in one sense, it's possible that he didn't spend most of his time as a pirate, but, as a city lord instead. Either way, he's been a Sea Prince probably since he was born.
So I'm writing this down.
I just imagine Deli actually saying that since
Hold on, I'm writing this down.
Honestly, she's trying to take it in because she's like, I need to keep track of this because if I go and lose my memory, then I need to remember this.
Yeah, that's true.
He prints all his life. Wait, do we know why he switched from being Sea Prince to going into the Crimson Fleet already?
The Sea Princes were all killed.
Yeah.
Except for him, and then he became part of the...
Except for him, and he basically escaped. So he escaped assassination and then took over the Crimson Fleet, is the idea. So he was probably in the shadows for a bit. Because again, the way that the Sea Princes worked, right? They would come in, conquer a place, and then rule it, right?
It's like Vikings, sort of, in a sense.
No, not even Viking, right? Because Vikings still a lot of times just took stuff and ran. This is
true.
They were conquerors, right? They were corsairs, but they also just stuck around. They didn't pillage and run. They conquered a place and then extorted it for all it was worth.
Gotcha. Okay, I think I know where to go from here then.
Right, so he when he escaped assassination as a Sea Prince, he lost his rulership over wherever he was, but he apparently survived and then took over the Crimson Fleet.
How long ago were the Sea Princes all killed?
About 10 years ago.
Mm.
It was an incredibly coordinated attack. No one is entirely sure how it all happened. People say that the Blood Sisters were involved, but no one can say for sure. They took credit for it, but I'm not sure even they could have pulled off something like that.
Okay. Is that all you know about Allison?
It's all I know about the man himself. I know what he looks like, though.
Okay.
That image is burned into my brain. I saw him ordering my father and mother out on their knees.
Okay, I get it.
Sorry.
Well, that's all you know. Never mind. I guess that's all we... Thanks, I guess.
What else do you need to know, Deli? Help me understand where you're coming from here. What do you
I just want to know how to find him. Because he's the only one who has answers now.
He chuckles to himself and he says, "You and me both, Deli."
I call dibs.
Now, you can ask him any questions you want as long as I get to kill him afterward.
No deal.
Well, I can tell that you're in a bit of a state here, and he stands up. So I'll let you calm down. We can talk about this later. And he nods to you, Anna, and then starts, walks away.
Was I out there for the whole conversation, or
I assume this is in the little garden area in the middle of the manor, so I assume everyone was kind of around, just kind of off to the side.
Okay. As he's leaving, I would be like, "Sorry, she was so rude. I don't know."
No, it's fine. I've known many. I've known many more rude people than her. Kind of a weird sentence to try to structure.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, that's probably the easier way of saying it. I've seen worse. Yeah, many nods and takes off. You can tell he's troubled. So in another situation, he might stick around and have a chat with you about something else. But he's just I don't want to think about this anymore.
And we've done a decent amount of research on the Sea Princes already, haven't we? We kind of know. You probably
someone
told us
has. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I was pretty
remember.
sure about. Did you, Alyssa? Did Takewee do research?
Honestly, I don't recall.
So you could look up something else if you'd like.
I don't recall that I looked up anything about the Sea Princes specifically.
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't think I had any interest in them.
I think probably what will happen then is Deli will stand up and look to you, Takewee, and say,
Takewee, we go to the Adamant League. Need to find out more about the Sea Princes.
Okay.
Yeah, Takewee as you're walking out, maybe you look back. I guess mission's on hold, guys. Right.
This is also a way for me to get back my spell slots and wild shapes. To put it off by a day.
And Deli wouldn't be like, yeah, let's go to Unconquered now after this whole crisis,
Yep.
Deli wants to figure out as much as she can, document
down
it,
a little bit.
store it away. So
write it down so that exactly. If you lose your memory, you can come back here and still know what you discovered. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's just have you make a history check with advantage.
Me or Alyssa?
I mean, if it depends on who is, I guess, doing the primary research.
It would probably be me, even though my history is only +2.
I have a +4, but I mean, if you're the one who cares about this, then
It's me who cares about it more is the thing. So I would probably say it makes more sense.
Jordan, you have something you want to say?
I was just gonna say I have a +7.
Well, and I was but before Seth said anything, I was going to ask Audrey if he wanted to go with us.
Well, and that's the thing. If they said, "Hey, Audrin, do you know anything about this? And can you do some extensive research?" I don't think Audrin would say no.
Yeah, and honestly, what we can say, right, is all three of you are looking up stuff, but Audrin is going to be the one who is going to find something if it exists.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Then let's have Jordan.
Yeah. So I think the way the scene frames, right, the three of us are walking out, and I look to Anna, and I'm like, maybe go check on Nestor for a second.
I'm gonna let him walk it off. I'm gonna just do some stretches, I guess. Well, you guys do your thing without me. It's fine.
Takewee's like, okay. All right, we'll be back.
Cool.
Now walk it off. Now Nestor, walk it off. Now Deli, walk it off. Sorry.
Do you want to make that roll for us, Audrey?
Make that roll.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. History check.
Hey, the syllables actually lined up for that. 18 is, good enough to find more details, but probably not anything too crazy relevant. You definitely find the name Alison Boscal somewhere, and you tie it. You can tie it to the city he ruled, right? So let me take a look at the region map and see if there's any other names here that are relevant. Yeah, let's say that he ruled the city of Lagos, Lagos.
Okay.
Lagos.
Yeah, like-
Yeah.
That's a new letter.
Which is up the coast more north, along the coast of West Africa. So, I mean, again, it's been liberated for 10 years, but yeah.
I guess my question is, Caleb, does that city sound familiar to me?
Oh, yeah. As soon as the name is said out loud, it rings in your ears and it feels very familiar.
Okay. Honestly, I think that's probably enough for Deli, just knowing, like, hearing that name and everything. If that's all we figure out, that's still, like,
I think
for
so.
her,
Yeah.
good information.
Because, right, like, there's plenty of information about who he was before he was apparently assassinated, but not as much, if anything, about the past 10 years. So, are there any other questions you have that might dig into anything related to that?
I'm trying to think of things, but I honestly, like, the thing is, what Nestor said gave her answers, but not the answers that made anything make sense to her.
Yep.
If you kind of get where I'm going.
Yep.
So given what she found out, she's like, Deli's still just as confused as she always was, because things don't line up in her head. So she's not sure where else to go, and Deacon Ross doesn't know anything, so no point in bugging him.
Yeah, he was asking you guys.
I don't
to
know
find out
that
more.
he doesn't know anything else. But that's what he told me, and that's what I'm assuming, right? Is
I
he
mean,
knows
yeah,
what's in
even
the
if you go
letter,
back
right?
to him and ask, he's going to basically tell you the same thing. Like, I was
Same
hoping
thing.
you guys would be able to find out more about this.
Right, and that's kind of what he told me. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, the Deacon's not gonna know nothing.
Yep.
Okay, well, that was a little
Anticlimactic.
given what I thought was going to happen.
What did you think was going to happen?
I'll take it.
I was expecting a bit more of a chase. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
After I realized that the idea of Dilly trying to run and her inability to do that, I really thought this was about to be a we kill Seth's character moment.
No.
That's why I had Charm Person ready.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really work. I can't even be charmed.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was never gonna kill. That's why I was asking how many hit points you had, was because I have the spell sleep, and I was like, I'm just gonna knock her out.
Yeah.
That only works if you're like under 20 hit points, you know. So.
Well, yeah, that's all I can do. There's not much more information. I mean, I know enough information. I mean, wait. I would have asked him, like, because he doesn't know where he doesn't know where he is either, or else he would be going after him.
Yeah, exactly.
So we need to keep an eye out for him. Okay. He's like, it's like a dead end.
Yep.
It's like
now it is.
It's right there, but a dead end. So she can't.
I have to spread all this stuff out over an entire campaign set.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That lets me keep a few things under wraps for now. The thing is, if there was a chase, more would have probably come out. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, well, that's that. Probably cool. I just spend probably what happens is I spend the whole day research, even after Audrin and Takui have done their research and there's nothing here. Deli just keeps poring over the books, hoping to find something and finding nothing.
Yeah,
it's like mom and dad watching over their child in the library, just poor baby.
Cool. Yeah. So I think we wrap up the day. What's the date, Anna, or Emily rather?
So the end of the day today is the end of November 28th.
So now we are on November 29th. Very good.
Guys, we missed Thanksgiving.
We did miss Thanksgiving at some point in the past. Well, let's take a look. When was Thanksgiving in 1650? Actually, Thanksgiving didn't even happen. Didn't even exist yet.
Thanksgiving didn't even exist.
What are you
hilarious? I love that I just
Well, also,
Googled
like,
that.
You were gonna
Thanksgiving
keep this
doesn't
in
exist in
Thanksgiving.
every country. Like, it wouldn't. Why would Thanksgiving
no,
exist
I know.
in Africa?
I knew it wouldn't exist in this country, but
right.
yeah.
Exactly. I wasn't necessarily claiming that it was going to exist for Calabar, but I was just curious what day it would have been given the rotation. But I was like, oh yeah, it didn't even exist yet in this year.
You know why it doesn't exist in Africa? Because we haven't blessed the rains down there yet. And once we bless the rains down in Africa, we will have the crops to be thankful for.
Yes, exactly.
I will say so. Probably while Deli is doing all her research at Adamant League, she's like writing as much as she can down on paper, including everything that Nestor told her. It just turns out most of it's just being useless or not helpful.
Cool. All right, so we open on the morning of November 29th. You guys are actually heading out now. And let's take a
November
look.
29th, you say?
Yes, indeed. Is that your birthday, Jordan? That's
Nice.
Look, we don't. Why celebrate Thanksgiving where we can celebrate Jordan's
Right,
birthday
Jordan's
instead?
birthday.
Exactly.
Is that also Audrey's birthday randomly? Not like people actually cared about birthdays in 1650, but
How would you know?
A
I'm
luck
pretty sure.
save. Here's what
Luck
we'll do.
save to see if it's your birthday.
To see if Audrey, Jordan, you don't have to roll. This is your character. You can just decide.
If
So why are we rolling for this?
if it's the highest number, then we'll say it is. Actually, no. Whatever number this is Audrey's birthday.
Oh, okay. There you go.
There we go.
The
91st day.
Yeah, 91 out of 365. I see.
Oh, okay.
91st day of the year.
Okay, but like, is it a leap year? Was 1642 a leap year?
That's funny. April 1st is the day. So I think that I like that. Audrey's birthday is on April 1st. That seems appropriate.
I just
Yeah,
want it to be known that Anna has no idea when her birthday is. We all just celebrate the collective birth of Dragonborn Jesus together.
Right, of course.
That's the only birth we celebrate.
December
I don't think
25th is
Takeaway
all
knows.
of the monastery's birthdays.
Yeah, it's wild.
I feel like
It's-
my calendar is very different than Calabar's calendar, so I probably would have lost my birthday somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
In like the translation.
Mhm.
Well, let's get going.
Cool. So
no, I need to know when Deli's birthday is.
He has no idea.
that's
Okay,
true.
thank
Adele
you.
doesn't actually know when her birthday is.
I just we needed to make it clear.
So
Cool.
now, just to be clear, we're going to Umkeshi because for two separate reasons. Okay, one, to see if the memory thing has anything to do with Deli, correct? Because she lost. her memory.
Yes.
Two, because
Wait. Why are we going because of me? No, she doesn't want to lose her memory. That's what she was saying.
No. But it's about losing your. You've lost your memories before, and we figured out that
There
like,
was
this place-
something related to it. I don't know if it was that.
It wasn't that.
We were
you were looking
already
up
going
collector
there.
stuff.
But,
Right. Now you were looking up collector stuff, Deli. I'm trying to remember what.
that's what it was.
Yeah,
but
no,
I
it
don't
was something
remember
that
what you found that like was important here. Oh, it was connected to the pearl, the remnants of the shadow pearl thing that you found.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, there's something with that.
Yeah, because remember another remnant another black pearl that's been shattered into remnants was found in the Sunrise District, and has been carried off to Unkeshi on an expedition. Remember, there was like Adamant League people who went there to try to find out more, and they thought it was connected. So that's what Deli's interest is in it.
I forgot about that.
Black pearl stuff.
I'm the only one who has no interest in it,
Mhm.
but I'm going anyway because you guys helped me kill like a dude.
Mm-hmm. So just as a note, I hadn't revealed it yet on the map, but this is where the Dungeon of Rest and Fire is, Audrin. Over here,
Where?
right at the edge of the Emerald River, or when it
Duly noted,
appears.
dude.
Oh, there it is.
So all the way up the Emerald River into the mountains. Mkeshi, however, is just a short day's hike up the Crab River. It's only like 14 miles away, so again, in a half-day trip.
But question: do we have to go up the Crab River like this?
Obviously, it's the only way.
Here's the issue with Seth doing that is I knew he was going to do that.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
So just as a point of lore about the Crab River, Cut off to a degree from the larger predators of the Basua jungle, the swamps around the Crab River are largely considered safer than those to the west. As such, smugglers, outcasts, and followers of a gruesome aggregate religion make the riverbanks their home. Despite the river's name, aside from the small population of hermit crabs, no sizable species of crustaceans scuttle below these meandering waters. Local legends tell of a chol-like creature of incredible size that lairs deep within the swamp. And whenever someone goes mysteriously missing on the river, local swampers are quick to claim that, "Oh, Ratclaw got him."
So there's no actual crabs, but a giant chol.
Yeah, there's like some sort of giant crab-like thing that supposedly lives in this river, and that's why it's called Crab River. Apparently his name is Ulriclaw. In terms of Mkeshi, just as a reminder, it means memory in the ancient Tiefling Igbaye dialect, the culture of Tieflings that lives here. Mkeshi is a place of forgetfulness. Within this wide jungle clearing stand 12 stone obelisks surrounding an incredibly intricate sculpted stone disc lying upon the ground. While investigators hypothesize that the precise sections and runes upon the disc comprise some sort of clock or calendar, none know for sure, as all who near the circle black out and lose all memory of the previous several hours. So, yep.
Okay, so we know that it's like a specific area in Umkeshi where people lose their memories. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, so the Mkeshi itself, right, it's like there's a clearing, there's a wide jungle clearing, there's 12 stone obelisks that surround an incredibly intricate sculpted stone disc lying upon the ground. So this is at the center of a jungle clearing. That is Mkeshi. That's the entirety of it, right? It's just this ruin. People who near the circle black out and lose all memory of the previous several hours. So you can like stand at the edge of the clearing and look at it. But no one's able to get closer than that. Otherwise, they lose their memories.
So you just send one person, and everyone just stands at the edge watching them, see what happens.
Well, yeah, I mean, what happens is they
And
walk in, walk around confused for a little bit, walk out, and then they've lost all their memories.
do they, for people who have come back who like didn't know anything, were they able to get like greater restoration and stuff restored? Do we know?
So again, they only lose memory of the past several hours. So I think even if someone tries to cast something like that on them, it doesn't do anything. The magic is apparently too powerful, but it only it really only erases the memory of the past several hours. Probably like if you took a day trip
probably
there,
wandered around in there for a while and then when they got out, right?
Right, but it doesn't like delete your memory to the point that you would forget why you went there. It's just that no one remembers what it was like to be there.
Right. I was just wondering if like people had tried greater restoration.
I think they have, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, because we're going out here because we heard about that Marvin guy, right? Who came out here, an old man who came out here and who lost his memories, and
that's the Adamant
Or
League group.
Marvin.
Yeah, that's the Adamant League group that went to discover Mkeshi, actually, or who just went with the remnants of the Black Pearl they found to go check it out because they thought it was connected. That's what Deli knows. Takewee, with the Adamant League stuff, you were tasked by them to go
and rescue them.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Find out what happened to him.
Got it.
So either way, those people are going to be important to whatever is at Mkeshi.
I'm mostly asking about like the border thing because I'm wondering if maybe we should light the candle as we walk in so we have advantage on saving throws.
Yeah, that could definitely be a thing.
You know, like if I would know that like, okay, this candle might protect us from like whatever magic is going on.
Yeah. So keep in mind, if you do that, you lose the ability to
several minutes.
Yeah, you do lose the ability to cast the gate spell with it.
Didn't we already agree that we already lost that ability because it's already been lit once?
No, I think I said that it didn't count for how long it's been lit before. I think I said you could still do it. It was originally
4 hours and now it's only 1.
Yes, but I did that because...
but that was just to like nerf it because it was way too powerful. If we could, that was me nerfing it,
not me saying it had been lit for 3 hours before.
What does gate do? Does it bring us to another plane of existence, or
it opens a portal to another plane of existence? I believe. I can't remember exactly.
Just like the one.
Okay, I had assumed that we lost the gate spell, so that's why I suggested that.
Yeah.
But
again, you can totally use it the other way. It's probably going to be more helpful to use it the other way anyway. I just wanted to make sure you knew that before you actually used it.
No, I appreciate that.
So.
I don't know what you guys think.
In terms of gate, it's you conjure a portal linking an unoccupied space you can see within range to a precise location on a different plane of existence. So Yep.
Wait, what was the...
When you cast this spell, you can speak the name of a specific creature. If that creature is on a plane other than the one you are on, the portal opens in the named creature's immediate vicinity and draws the creature through it to the nearest unoccupied space on your side of the portal. That's pretty cool.
Wait.
Would
On
I
a different
know
plane?
On a
that
different plane, yeah.
Okay.
Would I know that I could call upon the god of death and I could
You quite literally, yeah. I mean, you gain no special power over the creature, and it is free to act as the DM deems appropriate. It might leave, attack you, or help you. But yes, in theory, Takeby could open a gate to
like the Pantheon.
Miggy. Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
Miggy!
Yeah.
Miggy, help us out.
Yep. Oh, deities and other planar rulers can prevent portals created by this spell from opening in their presence or anywhere within their domain. So they could accept it.
Contact Miggy when we can contact Bootsy.
That's true.
I mean, just
Goddamn chickens.
because the god of death is the one I actually talked to,
Yeah.
kind of, when I died. So
Yep.
Really
The only thing I can think of is that would be a useful way to, if we find a different way to get to a different plane of existence, we could go straight to Alisan.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So you could definitely attempt that. If he's not on a different plane of existence, you would be wasting the spell. But
no, I'm saying we knowingly go to a different plane
of
existence.
I see. Yeah,
and then we force him to us.
That could work. Yeah.
You
could also do that with Vanthus. Right? You could try to find another way to another plane of existence.
Good luck for us all getting to another plane of existence somehow.
Yeah, that is the problem. That is the problem.
What level is a gate spell?
9th.
Oh,
it's really good.
No wonder. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying, if we find a portal to a different plane of existence, we immediately have a way to find someone.
I know. It's just, I feel like we gotta, basically, what I'm saying is we gotta decide whether we want to use this for the gate spell or whether we want to use this for the long-term effects.
Here's the real, but I think if we use it, we use all of it then, because we're going to be lost for a few hours. Because it might take a.
That's true. If something goes wrong, you might accidentally leave it lit. That's true.
No, and that's totally fair. I guess I'm not even saying just in the context of Unkeshi, like using it right now. I'm just saying, do we want to use it like Takeby likes at the beginning of combat, and we use it, like almost every single time we're in combat, or do we just use it for the gate spell?
Yeah.
I say let's hope. I don't know. It doesn't seem worthwhile holding on to it now. I feel like if even greater restoration couldn't bring people's memories back, then this magic candle wouldn't necessarily give us the ability to keep our memories.
Yeah. And again, I'm not even saying anything about Unkeshi anymore. I'm just like, do we want to use it for the long-term effects or the short-term effect?
I think that based on what we know about Unkeshi, that the save for whatever this is going to be.
Not talking about Unkeshi, I'm just asking about the candle at this point. Like, do we want to use it for the gate spell or do we want to use it for the long-term effects?
I think I'm just saying, like, as of right now, I think it's better to still do to have it for the gate spell. I don't think we have anything that is yet worth the advantage. Like, I'm not saying that we have to use it for the gate spell, but at least at this point in our journey, I wouldn't think that we would want to use it yet.
Having access to a 9th level spell is better than access to advantage.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm like not.
If some drastic situation comes up, it definitely makes sense to light the candle and
like. I'm not married to the fact of like us using it for the gate spell, but I think like I'm not enticed enough to use it for Unkeshi to make that choice right now, if that makes sense.
We could potentially escape to the Feywild if we really needed to, like in dire situation.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say we're stuck after that, but if we're going to die anyway, might as well be stuck on a different plane of existence where we can recover.
Right. And that is the one concern, right? If we use it as an escape, well, okay, we're in another plane of existence for a while.
Wouldn't that be great? Then I have to completely rewrite entire swaths of campaign. That'd be awesome.
That sounds hilarious. Let's
derail the whole campaign.
At that point, you just like.
Alyssa's like, listen, that's what we're doing right now. I'm just
kidding. Like, we're using the gate spell right now. We're not going to Unkeshi. Who cares?
Going to the Feywild and write a new campaign, Caleb.
All right, sounds good. Well, we're just gonna call the session here and
wait. Why waste it on the Feywild? Can we go to like?
How about you go to hell? Just
I was gonna say one of the 9 hells.
Yeah.
Can I please get an audio clip of Caleb saying, "Why don't you go to hell?"
That is not what I would.
Clip it.
That was just like so like. Why didn't you go to hell?
You did just imply that you were going to ruin entire swaths of my campaign, so I feel like I might have been justified.
There's a little justified. No. Let's go to the astral plane.
Hang on, Biggie.
Yeah, there you go. Just float in the ether. Cool. Anyway, it's only a half-day trip to Unkeshi, so either way, let's go ahead and roll some random encounter or see if there are random encounters, but otherwise it's just half-day to get there. Right? It's like nearby. It's just that whenever people go there, they lose all their memories, right? So it's not worth it. So it's not like that's in the middle of nowhere or anything. It's just still inaccessible because of the memory thing. Let's take a look at encounter stuff.
Reading ring.
I already added the extra word that made it not possible to use that. No. Technically these are swamps in between here and Unkeshi. According to the little blurb I read. So I guess I'll roll on the swamp encounter table instead of the jungle.
Run into an ogre and a donkey.
Named oh boy. Okay, so there's a 20% chance each section of the day to have a random encounter. You do not find one in the morning, and you do not find one in the afternoon. So it's late afternoon, and you arrive at Unkeshi, and you see the thing I described earlier, right? You're at the edge of a jungle clearing. You see the 12 stone obelisks surrounding some sort of large stone disc on the ground. And again, you're far enough away that it's very difficult to tell what the designs are on the disc or anything closer about it. But if you go any further, you're going to risk memory loss.
How far are we?
I would say maybe a football field away.
Okay. Dang it. Detect
Or
magic.
so. Maybe
why you have to have
a
such
football field and a
short-
half.
Why does detect magic have to have such a short range?
I'd say it's a pretty large clearing.
Yeah, detect magic's 30 feet.
Can I make like a
Hey, short
perception
range
check
for
to
4
see if
people.
like I see any like movement down there, like any people or anything?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or is that just really obvious? There's no one.
I mean, let's have you do this. Takely, do you want to make an investigation or whoever has the highest? Because I assume maybe what you do first is you like circle around the clearing, just like trying to get as good a look at everything as possible before you do anything else. Right, taking your time
fair.
with this. Does Audrey have the highest investigation? I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and do that with advantage. Everyone can say everybody's just trying to. Ooh, nice critical success.
Critical.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean that does
Is
it
for me.
Yeah, I realized I don't actually have a map of this at all. So I need to quickly grab something.
Gosh,
to use here.
Caleb.
I know. I remember telling myself I needed to do that too, and I just somehow totally forgot.
Really should have just gone to the Feywild.
Yeah. I would have been just as prepared. That's my secret. I'm never prepared. So with a critical success, man, you obviously see like evidence of exactly who's been here before, right? So you probably see some discarded packs, but you would have to risk getting closer, right, to find out anything more about them. I'm trying to think. What other things would you be looking for exactly? You definitely see signs of people leaving gear. And let's just say, I guess you probably do see the remnants of a black pearl next to one of the packs, right? So, I mean, Audrey is a half elf, so we say, "Oh, what do your half elven eyes see?" And he manages to spot this in the grass. But you can ask questions if you want to know.
So there's just like people's stuff lying around.
Yeah, pretty much,
No
right? It's
people.
like, you don't see any signs of people here for sure.
Like lots of people's stuff, or just like
Not
you
a
know,
lot.
couple-
I mean, and if there's like probably a couple of packs that
Does
are like
Unkeshi just, like,
overgrown.
make people strip. Like I'm just like
No, it's not like it's not like left
The nudist
behind. where,
colony.
Like, it's not like Left Behind where like their clothes are on the ground or anything.
Nothing.
I think my husband walked off naked.
Yeah, it's just like it's almost as if someone was walking towards the thing and then they just like dropped their backpack and then wandered off. Right?
Is there anything within 30 feet?
Not within 30 feet, but if you use your grappling hook and a rope or something, you might be able to get the pack that is nearest to the Black Pearl remnants.
Did we lose you, Jordan? You still there? I think we lost Jordan.
We lost Jordan and gained Kermit.
So, does it look like there's any place they could have gone?
I mean, probably just walk off into the jungle.
So, these people wander in there, lose their memory, and then they just go and like, where do they go? I guess I'm confused.
Yeah,
about
no,
that.
it is. I think kind of confusing, because it doesn't seem immediately obvious.
Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Jordan's back.
He's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
No, because my
Sorry,
thought,
let's not forgetty.
my
A
'Cause
bad
my
internet-y.
Actually, that one wasn't bad internet. I was
that-
here the whole time. That was my webcam becoming unplugged.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
because my
I do want to. I'm thinking about doing the grapple hook thing. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't think there's much risk to it doing it. So
Yeah.
Yes, from everything you've heard.
Because my thought is, I mean, we could always just go playing stupid, tie a rope to someone, let them wander in, observe what happens, and then like bring them out of the thing and say like, "Hey, it's us. What's going on?" But at the same time, we also could potentially just neuter a character that way.
I mean, the idea, right, of with Unkeshi is that there's only been certain cases where people lost their memory completely. It's very
It's really just the
most
one
people-
case, right? It's literally
Right.
only Marvin that has been reportedly lost all his memories. Everyone else, it's just like they forgot.
And
They forgot what it was like to be there, and then they wandered off in the jungle and found themselves. Oh, and they're like, man, the last thing I remember is
Well,
I was
here's- 'cause
going to go to Unkeshi.
Here's my thought: go in, send someone in who has like good arcana. Like for example, Audrin has identify. Send Audrin in, try to like identify stuff, figure stuff out, bring paper, write down what he finds out, then come back, and he forgets, but he has a record of what he found out.
I mean, that's if he still can remember when he's there, right?
Oh, right, and we tie a rope to him. Oh, you mean they lose their memory when they go in?
right, that's assuming
it's unclear.
That,
like no
it's
one
unclear.
knows, right?
Doesn't
Literally,
know.
no one knows what they even did while they were there.
Right, they could be
So-
like mind controlled or something.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I feel like as stupid as it is, we kind of have to let someone go in and figure out what's happening while they're there.
Like, I don't have a problem going in. I just don't think I have like any good
The skill set.
skills to
Yeah.
help out. Like, I'm happy to go in just as an experiment if you want to just send me in and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
definitely think Audrin would be the best one out of all of us. Like,
do have
skill-wise.
I do have advantage on Arcana checks to figure things out. What is it?
Yeah, but you can also cast guidance on him, and I can get him a bardic inspiration.
That's true, actually.
I will say that if there is a save involved and it is wisdom, I'm not the person to send. But if it's intelligence, I have a decent shot.
If it's wisdom, I have a good shot, and I can guidance myself too.
Right. And so it's really up to what you guys want to do with your characters and stuff. Would Deli be anxious to go in at all to like figure stuff out, or would she? What would Deli want? Because I feel like Audrey
actually-
would be like, I'm up for whatever.
Okay, give me a second. This is actually just for my wand of magic missile. I just need to see how much is charged.
Well,
Okay,
because
that's
I'm
actually-
wondering, like, if, like, would Deli not want to go in because she's too scared of losing memories?
Right.
At this point, she's saved some of them, so she's a little less worried.
Okay, I'm just trying to just see
Because
if
this
there
is
was
also
like.
technically like your mission, kind of. So it's like,
Mhm.
would you want to go in there and like try to retrieve the pearl and stuff?
The
I don't
thing
know.
is, Deli feels pretty confident on her ability to figure out stuff when it comes to magic items. And I don't know if Adrin could necessarily cast Identify on the magic circle because it's not a magic item in and of itself. He's not identifying like a magic
yeah, it
item.
depends. I mean, you did it on a door, so
did it? Yeah.
That's true.
Mhm.
yeah. We from what we know, of the
I
description
can
of the spell, it's
identify
possible.
things that are affected by the magic as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could you just cast Identify?
Well, it
I
doesn't
have
have
The
to
thing
be
is, I have to
List?
be touching the thing.
Yeah.
What if I go in come back out and Audrey casts identify on me.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think it's like I don't think it's identify on a spell effect on someone. That's usually not how it works. It's like
Actually,
an item that has been imbued.
Okay, wait.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm pretty sure that's the description. You can check, but
if this is some sort of field effect, I could still actually use detect magic to see if it's something within the range.
It says if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
so
actually,
like I just also say like if I volunteer myself for that, if that could be helpful.
Could I cast detect magic as a ritual while we're walking around to see if I notice anything as we're walking the perimeter?
Yeah, I mean, if just walking the perimeter, you don't notice anything. I don't.
So it's not like a very specific. It would be something deeper, and it's not like a field of something necessarily in that.
No.
Okay.
At least not within 30 feet, right? But depends on how close you want to get.
Well, because that's what I was wondering. Because if it's an area, it is an
area,
the edge of the area.
But
and with detect magic up, you should be able to find the border, right?
That's true. Yeah, actually, that's probably what we were doing. Is we were using.
Is that what we're using to?
Yeah, if you slowly keep walking forward, eventually you probably will find the border of it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
One way or another, I would.
But what? Here's the thing: I would have to know what kind of magic it is if that's the case. Do I know what kind of magic it is based off detect? Because that's what I want to do.
It's enchantment, right? It's
okay.
Yeah. I don't think that
makes
would
sense, but still, it's something.
Yep. What were you saying, Jordan?
I was wanting to do the
Oh yeah, the grapple hook thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found a map for this. Let me.
I'm going item fishing.
The one concern about sending like Anna in and then someone else is if it's a save, two people making the save makes it a bigger chance that one person's going to fail.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I go in and like it's good if I fail because then if you guys drag me out with a rope, Audrey immediately can cast identify and figure out what spell effect it is.
True. Yeah, true. I just mean the effect to lose your memory in its entirety.
Here's the thing. I'm just kind of like I'm up for that. Like I'm a team player, okay?
Oh.
I already kind of had that happen once, and it turned out pretty okay. We met Drago's mouth boy, and that was a great experience.
Okay. Well,
all you'd have to do is take me back to Father Valentine, and he could re-indoctrinate me.
Well, and what about the blood sisters?
Yeah. He would just tell me to go back, and I'd be like, I forgot, but I can still dance.
Okay, well, I'm all for tying a rope on Anna and sending her in like a weird fish.
Well, first things first, Audrey, go ahead and make a
sleight of hand.
Yeah, it'd probably be sleight of hand check to try to get the pack with the grappling.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about tying the rope.
Yeah, I think it's sleight of hand either way, but yeah. So the 15,
maybe like the bigger things, but not the pearl.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no way he was going to get the remnant. It was literally like remnants of a pearl. He's not going to be able to get those with a grappling hook. I think what happens, Audrey, is you manage to drag the pack halfway to you, and then the strap snaps. And you can't get, when you keep throwing it back, you can't get another strap or something, to snag. And so you could risk trying to go grab it, but
Is it how much closer is it now?
Again, it's halfway to you. So, I mean, how long of rope do you have?
That's not where he's going with this. I know where he's going with this.
Mage.
Yep.
Yeah,
mage
my
hand.
hope is if it's within 30 feet that I can mage hand it.
Yeah. How much rope do you have?
No, he can just mage hand it.
No, I know. We're trying to figure out how far away he could have gotten it with his rope originally.
Let me figure out how long rope is.
I think typically people have like a coil of 60 feet.
I don't know if I actually have any. I was looking earlier.
I know Audrey does, but
because we could always like use all of our rope. Oh, guys, I just realized a problem. What if Anna goes in and unties herself?
But my thing is, but my thing is, theoretically, at some point, like most people have done, I will wander out, and then you can still cast Identify on me. You can just stand there and watch me.
And
it's 50 feet.
50 feet? Yeah, so...
I have 25 feet if you need to borrow some rope.
Yeah, I think that's probably more likely what it is, right? Is you had to put those two ropes together. So like you have a total of 75 feet. So you have it. It's currently at about 35 feet away from you.
Ow.
Yeah, I think it's just barely out of range of Mage
It's
Hand.
like literally 5 feet out of Mage Hand.
And you know that if you step 5 feet forward, based on what Deli knows about the detect magic stuff, you will enter the field.
Probably what happens is they're walking around. Deli's like dragging a stick to outline it.
Yeah. There you go. And as you do, you notice that there actually is already an indentation, a long, it's almost worn away by rain and stuff at this point, but someone did this at some point in the past to mark the same circle as you did.
How do we know how old it is? Like, can we guess like how
Survival.
long ago they did this?
Survival check.
I don't know
who
plus
has the
4,
eyes
let's
for
see what
that,
happens. 13.
13, I mean, you can guess in a general range. I mean, with jungle rain being as frequent as it is, it's likely that this was probably the last people who are here.
Okay, so it wasn't like years and years.
No.
Okay, nothing like that.
Caleb. I
Yes?
have a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I want to take my crowbar with Mage Hand.
Okay.
And I want to try to use the crowbar to like grab onto the bag that is out of reach, but like might be within reach with the crowbar.
So
Actually, how heavy is the bag actually? That's relevant.
yeah, it depends. You tell me how much you can move.
Because I think Mage Hand only can move like 25. No, is it only 5 pounds?
I think it's
I think
5
it's like
pounds.
5 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, it's more
Yeah,
than 5
that's-
pounds, actually.
You
now
couldn't
that
even grab
yeah.
the bag if you wanted to then.
This is an adventuring pack, right? Like people put all your adventuring gear in here, so
Look, I'll just go grab the pack.
that's true.
Are we down with this plan? I want to run in. I
And it's like,
desperately
listen,
just wanna
guys,
go.
I've already had amnesia. It's fine.
Listen, guys, here's the thing. I'm already willing to sacrifice myself.
Like
Now,
amnesia, been there, done
Like,
that. Let's go.
tie that rope around me and I'll go on in.
Real quick though, before Anna does that, I do want to give Jordan one last chance to ask any other clarifying questions because you got a critical success on that investigation. If there's anything else you'd like to know, feel free to ask, and I can try to fill you in.
I want to know if there are any structures that Audrin might be familiar with in any way, whether it's something that he came across in his studies.
That'd be a history check. So you with the 27 gives you a very clear image of it. Whether or not you can recognize it is a history check.
Okay. I don't know any specific backstory to reveal that might pertain to this, but
I mean, I have the skill trained. Could I help him somehow? I don't know. Or is this just what he knows? Like,
no, you can. I mean, if Audrin, I assume you guys, you're taking your time here, right? So there's plenty of time to just talk through things.
okay. Then yeah, I would probably be discussing with Audrin, like, oh, like, have you read about this before? And
yeah.
And
Good.
Audrin's like describing everything very well.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
24.
we need it.
Nice. So it's pretty obvious to you that this is a calendar of some sort, right? It's a big stone disc in the middle of 12 obelisks. And 12, it seems like there are 12 months. It seems pretty clear that that's what's happening here. Now what based on your information, like your knowledge of the Igbaye Empire, which is what this ruin is from, It's likely that this was probably some sort of... It probably had some sort of religious significance. Beyond just being a clock, right? It wasn't like scientific necessarily. It was, if it was scientific as a calendar, it was secondary to the religious significance. So there's probably some, and let me look real quick. I should have information on this.
So what you're saying is I should now do a religion check.
Well, yeah, there might be.
Or I maybe should do
Mhm.
a religion check.
I think that's the
trained
next
in
step.
religion?
Is you can recognize what it is and have a very clear picture, but you don't, unless someone makes a roll, no one's going to necessarily remember the religious significance of.
I have a +6 to religion. I don't know what you have.
I have a +7.
Okay,
I have
I
a
can
2.
I can help you because
Yeah,
I'm trained in it.
Yeah.
So let me give you advantage.
Okay. So
Yeah, good.
then
21. So let me look at the deities here.
The only
Freaking
other thing,
rogues.
I just
The-
realized.
the only other thing I would want Undren to see is if he saw like recent footprints or boot prints, like
Hmm.
walking away. What direction they were walking.
Yeah, that's
away
actually
from.
another good point.
Oh, I realized I could
Because
have.
we are looking for people as well.
I could have been casting guidance on you this entire time. Forgot about that. It's just a cantrip.
Oh,
We'll go with Deli's distracted and what didn't think about it.
So,
Well, and again, this is probably us like taking our time doing it. It's not necessarily like
I'm just saying it could have been like a +1d4 to all of these rolls.
with the religion thing, just trying to make sure this is lining up with. I feel like I'm like forgetting something about my notes and I can't find it here. I just want to make sure I'm not actually like
How fitting.
contradicting myself. Yeah, that's true. How fitting indeed. I think this. So normally these sorts of calendars is okay. You know what? I'm gonna backtrack on the calendar thing. I think that's what would be the obvious thing, right? It's either a calendar or a clock. Most people have thought that that's what this is. Audrin, that's actually not what this is. With the history check, you discover that it's definitely it's made to look like it, or it has some sort of it has a reminiscence of it, so that people who look at it might think of that thing. But it's actually more sinister than that. You think that if things were done properly on this stone disc, this could be a portal to a different plane of existence.
Oh.
Right? So almost like, portal to the underworld that
Oh.
opens up and demons pour out, that sort of thing, right? Depending on where this is actually going to, you don't know necessarily what plane it would be going to. The pillars are probably tuning forks of one sort or another, right? That sort of thing. Like energy needs to course between them properly to open the portal. You, as you look around the clearing, you actually start to see that the stone disc in the center, it's a bit overgrown, but you realize that all the way up to the line, right, where where Deli has noticed the field, there actually is more stuff underneath that's just been so overgrown at this point that people have forgotten about it. But if you even just very barely, no, I think what it is as you've dragged the pack across, there was some sort of thing you got, like a rock or something, you got it snagged on, and when you yanked it really hard, broke the strap, you noticed as you're like getting a better angle on the piece of ground where the pack was, you notice that like you've unearthed some grass or whatever, right? Some vegetation has kind of like come out, and underneath it, there's more of the sort of like stone carving sort of disc stuff that is in the center. So this is actually probably larger than it seems to anyone who's come here before. The religious significance specifically, beyond just being a portal to another plane, is specifically there's iconography here for Ekwensu, who is the Igbaye god of bargains, trade, war, and chaos.
Ooh, chaos.
Yes. So
I
the
wonder if he has
good
any emeralds.
the good side of Aquensu in the mythology is like, oh, he's just a shrewd businessman who likes to, make good deals. And I think they're, and then the other side of him is like war and chaos. Maybe he's a war profiteer. He starts wars so that he can profit off them. Like, there's a whole big thing there, right? The one story that you remember, Audrin, that just comes to your mind, you're not sure exactly why. There's a story about Aquensu at one point selling, and exactly what it is up in the air. Different people say different things, exactly what he was selling to people. But there was some sort of artifact, that multiple minor artifacts, right? That at one point in the distant past, in the ancient Igbaye Empire, right? He or no, you know what? This is what it is. It was a minor artifact. It was one big artifact. You remember that there's a story about an ancient civilization, and whether or not this is like part of the Igbaye history itself, or is a mythology from something they knew, or some proto version of the Igbaye Empire. It's really hard to decipher all the details. The one thing you know for sure is this story about Aquensu, the god of bargains, trade, war, and chaos, at one point sold some sort of magical artifact to people, tieflings, who lived on a big old island, right? And this island was super prosperous and great, and to kind of as a monument to their greatness, to how the civilization had prospered and made themselves into a great nation. Aquensu, seeing like the prosperity of this nation, deigned in this mythology, deigned to offer them a gift, right? This big old artifact. This, and again, unclear. The stories are all different as to what the artifact was, but it was placed in the center of their city, right? Given a place of honor. The people were enamored with this thing. And then something happened and it broke. Still unclear in the mythology exactly what happened to make it break. But you remember it cracking down the center and causing the ruin of the civilization, right? So chaos spread from this artifact that was given by Aquensu. And Aquensu, of course, denied any part in this being a plan of his or whatever. It was just like, you did something wrong. This is your guys' fault, right? You messed up my gift. You did something wrong. You handled my gift wrongly. And this is what happens to your civilization as a result. Like, you didn't honor Aquensu properly. That's the story that you know. And you're not entirely sure why it comes to you in this moment, but there's just something about the iconography here that's just like reminding you of that.
Okay. So thought, unrelated perhaps.
Yeah.
Remember those magical warring swords?
Mm-hmm.
How many of those do we know exist? Like, do we have a number?
I don't think you have a number. No.
So it's not 12?
I don't think it's 12. I think.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Guys.
wait a second. I actually do have a number. I don't
have
know
a
if
feeling
you
I know
have
what
a
if
number,
it's
but
12.
I'll look. I'm gonna look and see.
I have a feeling I know what happened. Audrin, do you tell us this?
I
'Cause I
think
feel like-
Audrin is like, as these things are coming to him, he's probably like saying them and relating them. Yeah.
The portal and everything. So Deli looks to the bags, looks to the thing, looks to you and say,
I think I know what's going on.
There are 9 swords.
Okay.
well, there's 8, or where there are 9 or there were 9.
That's true. There are 8 now.
And they will be 8.
You did eat. You did eat Saberhawk. Yes.
Yes. I think Deli looks at the bags and say,
They dropped their bags for something. Or in this case,
and she looks back at the center of the portal.
someone. I have a feeling.
Was it a group or just the one guy?
It was the group.
It was a whole group went missing. Yeah.
Okay. Because you mentioned there was the other guy. Oh, we don't know what happened
No.
to their memory because they're just completely gone, right?
Yeah. They're normally people wander around the jungle for a little while and then eventually make their way back to civilization, having forgotten everything, but they set off on an adventure, right?
Now-
and that's what I
Okay.
remember.
I will say, Caleb, this is literally me just putting things together. So if I don't know if Deli would necessarily know this, but I feel like given her knowledge of chaos, she might have an idea.
I think they dropped their bags because the so-called Quinsu appeared. And I mean, why else would you drop your bag in the middle of the forest if not for some sort of god showing up?
I mean, I feel like I could think of some other things besides a god just appearing, but I think it's an okay theory.
If he's a god of bargains and trade,
Maybe they were offerings.
or okay,
I'm trying to think of this is essentially my thought process. I'm going to do this outside of Delic. My thought is essentially what happens is if you enter this area, this guy offers you some sort of something and you forget about it because you're not allowed to know he's there to give the bargain. He essentially gives you something, but it's like
oh, sure. Yeah. The trade is he gives you something and you offer your memories.
You offer the
I'm pretty sure I've seen this anime.
Think about it. If you knew if people knew that there was this place where you could go to get wherever you wanted and offer for something, people would be flocking here. So obviously he's going to wipe your memory on leaving. Honestly, part of me is putting this together from Order of the Stick also because there's the because they knew about the fortune teller at the one area where the
I forgot about that scene. That was
I didn't. I've been thinking about this the whole time.
I need to read those again.
No, my thought is essentially, and Deli would be explaining this as her, but like people come here, they enter, they see this person who appears to them. He offers them something, but they can't keep their memory about him being there because, he's a god. He doesn't want everyone just knocking at his door.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Deli puts together herself because she knows about the collectors. They like their magic, but they also, they want something in return. I can get magic items if I want, but I have to be, bringing things in myself. So that's just my thought. That's especially if this is a portal to another area, who else to teleport in? But
that would be an interesting theory if this is some sort of monkey paw, right?
Yes, exactly.
Where he grants you what you want, but you don't remember. But then you go back and you're like, wow, all of a sudden, this thing was happening to me, and okay, that's cool.
And if you remembered that happened, you would automatically
chaos just ensues, right?
Yeah. My other thought is that the gift that Quinsu gave them was one of the pearls. I think that seems a little more apparent to me, especially if the pearls were related to here. What happens?
Even assuming that the theory is correct that the god does appear there, but yeah.
No. But just the story that Audrin has of there was some sort of item that he gave him, it cracked.
Oh, right.
And chaos ensued. That sounds like what's happened to the pearl. But so happened with the pearl what we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of theories, I see that there's a lot of grass. So I had this theory of what if I just firebolt all the grass?
You could. I don't think it'll do anything. I don't think it'll do anything, but we might as well.
No. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Actually, we could because we could see more of what it's showing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the point, right?
I like this.
That's smart.
And firebolt is a cantrip, and it's 120 feet.
I'll do Pretty's flame with you.
There you go. Just start burning it all away. Yeah.
Guys,
so I'll fly up, I'll fly
my
up high and start shooting
friends are so smart. That's all.
Yeah, and
I'm the Dragonborn. Yeah, I can do less fire than you guys.
Yeah. I think
we're just gonna stand in the middle of the fire and be like, oh yeah.
It's good stuff. So I don't think you need to roll for that or anything. It just takes some time. One thing I will do, because it sounds like you guys have been taking a lot of time to do all of this stuff. I'm gonna roll again for another random encounter just to see. Nope. Okay, nothing else happens.
I also do want to. We'd probably do this before lighting everything on fire. I would want to do or maybe actually, I was thinking maybe after. Maybe it would be better after. I wanted to do an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically especially with all of this knowledge to see if there's anything I can determine arcanically. Magically.
Yeah. That seems like a good third roll here. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Would that be before or after, do you think?
After burning all the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be after.
Okay, so
real quick, so last thing before we burn away all the
Yep.
grass, which direction do we see footprints going?
Oh,
out of
yeah.
Unkeshi? Like towards the city, away from the city, like just general direction. Or is there none?
General direction.
I don't know. I don't know if there'd be. It's not like there's no footprints. I feel like there's just enough footprints, and because yeah, I don't know if there's a lot you can tell about it. Yeah, Audrey, make a survival check. That's a different thing, I think, than the investigation.
Than investigation.
Yeah.
If we're doing survival checks, I'm not the person for it.
I don't know if anyone in this party is.
I have a
That's
plus
wisdom.
2.
I have a +4.
Oh, I only have a +3, so it seems like Deli.
Yeah, Deli,
the
do it with
highest survival.
advantage. Do it with advantage because they're all 3 of them can help you.
For what exactly we're trying to figure out again?
I
Just
want to
look
see
at
what directions footprints
Oh,
went in.
and I probably would have been looking for these as we're walking around, so that makes sense.
Mhm.
21.
21 is pretty good. Honestly, I don't know. I know so little about what's actually happening here. I'm totally making a lot of this up as I go along that I don't know what to say.
Wow, I think this is one of the first times we've ever really stumped Caleb.
A part of it is that I know in the back of my brain I've thought about this before. I just can't
We're on a
remember.
rescue mission. Where'd you
I
think
know.
go?
I know. I don't. Okay, so I kind of know. I just don't know what to say about the footprints specifically.
Because my thought was, if it's a portal, maybe they got teleported away.
Yeah. Just give me
But
one
also,
moment.
the portal could be because the god teleports in. It couldn't.
You can
Caleb,
always
do you want
take
us to take a break?
Caleb.
Yeah.
And you need to think about
I honestly think we do.
Yeah.
I'm
And I
starting to
enjoy
run
some
out of stuff to just come up with on the
Yeah.
fly. I need to think about this for a moment to
That's
sort
fine.
everything in my head.
Caleb's like, they should have just had Anna run in. It would have been so much easier.
Yeah, honestly, it would be way easier if I could just make things happen as opposed to giving you guys information. But no, that's fine. That's fine.
So
We'll go ahead and take a quick break and come right back and figure out more about what's going on here.
Caleb needs to take a break and figure stuff out. Caleb needs caffeine, and you, dear watcher, need to go to patreon.com/Caleb Empowers.
It's true. It's true. Do it. All right. We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh.